We've all heard it. Hard work is the key to success. But what if I told you that all these quotes about hard work might be a myth? What if the hustle culture and working harder is actually the very thing holding you back from financial freedom? Hey everyone, I'm Rose Colburn, and in today's video, I'm going to break down the belief that hard work equals success and how this could be the biggest lie standing between you and the life you've truly wanted. For centuries, we've been told that hard work is the path to success. But where does this even come from? And why do we so deeply believe that working harder guarantees success? Confucius said, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." His philosophy highlights perseverance, diligence, and a disciplined work ethic as essential for personal development and success. Christianity also shares this belief. In Proverbs 14:23, it says, "All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk only leads to poverty." This verse is often interpreted to mean that diligent work leads to wealth, while idleness leads to failure. For centuries, these teachings have reinforced the belief that hard work is essential for success. So it's no surprise that even today, we believe that hard work is the key to success. But is it really true? Is hard work the path to wealth and success? The Industrial Revolution and the rise of factories shifted how people thought about success and wealth. By the time the Industrial Revolution rolled around, Britain had been a predominantly Protestant nation for almost 2 centuries. Calvinism, which is a branch of the Protestant religion, emphasized the Protestant work ethic, which pushed the idea that success, especially in terms of economics and finances, was a sign of divine favor. Discipline, diligence, and hard work were seen not just as economic necessities, but also as moral duties. Factory owners and industrialists leveraged this ethic to promote long working hours and intense labor as virtuous, both economically and spiritually. Workers were encouraged to view their hard work as fulfilling both a religious obligation and economic demands. As more technology took hold, productivity soared, and people were able to produce more and more in less time. This era honed in on the idea that more hours worked equaled more output, and therefore more wealth, which aligned perfectly with the Protestant ideals. Hard work became synonymous with success. But success and hard work weren't always tied together like this. In pre-industrial societies, success was often linked to land ownership, mastering a trade, or farming as a means of survival rather than just sheer labor. In rural areas, work revolved around the seasons and survival. Farming was the primary occupation, with tasks dictated by weather conditions and the immediate needs of the family or the community. There was less separation between work and leisure. People often worked in or near their homes, and there wasn't a clear-cut work day as we understand it today. Work was about getting stuff done, not about how hard you worked or how many hours you put in. Today's hustle culture puts a lot of emphasis on hustling and working long hours and constant productivity as the primary way to achieve success. We're bombarded with phrases like hustle and grind, pushing the idea that if you're not working nonstop, you're not doing enough. Social media has only increased this idea, with influencers and entrepreneurs often highlighting the relentless hours they work as a badge of honor. This mindset ignores the fact that while long hours and hard work can lead to some success, they're not really enough on their own. More and more people are finding themselves working harder than ever before, but they're still struggling to achieve financial freedom. The Industrial Revolution transformed work into something measurable and introduced the concept of the long, regulated work hours as a path to success. Through the years, the push for productivity and long hours just intensified, shaping modern work culture as we see it today. Hustle culture, as it's known now, is a direct descendant of this Industrial Revolution mindset. But is relentless hard work truly the only path to success? Or are there other alternative views throughout history that challenge this belief? Absolutely. There's always two sides to every story, and there are alternative views that align more closely with how I approach financial freedom. For me personally, there was a significant shift when I stopped focusing on simply putting in more hours and pushing harder. Instead, I began to focus on work that truly aligned with my deeper purpose, helping others break free from the hustle and grind mentality and embrace a life of alignment with their own purpose. This shift didn't just bring me more financial success, it brought a sense of peace and fulfillment that I hadn't experienced before. When I allowed myself to work smarter, not just harder, and align my efforts with what truly mattered to me, everything changed. I started seeing results, not just in terms of financial gain, but in living a life that felt balanced and purposeful. While many traditions have promoted the value of hard work, there are also philosophies that show us a different path to success, one that doesn't rely on labor and hustling. In Greek mythology, for example, the story of Sisyphus is a powerful reminder of the futility of endless, meaningless labor. Sisyphus was condemned to push a boulder uphill for eternity, only to watch it roll back down every time he got near the top. I can't tell you how many times I felt like this when I was building my marketing business. It always felt like the more I worked, the more there was to do. This story symbolizes the idea that hard work, when not aligned with your purpose or strategy, can just feel exhausting and a never-ending cycle that you just can't break free from. Many people work harder and harder, believing that more effort will bring them closer to wealth, when in reality, they may just be wearing themselves out without making real progress toward financial freedom. Epicurean philosophy, dating back to ancient Greece, suggests that the key to happiness lies not in endless work, but in the enjoyment of simple pleasures and mindfulness. The idea here is that true wealth and happiness don't come from relentless labor, but from living a balanced life that prioritizes contentment and purposeful work. Epicureanism encourages us to focus on work that adds value to our lives, allowing for fulfillment and personal well-being rather than just financial gain. The Stoics, particularly philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, taught us that true wealth comes from inner strength, clarity, and purposeful action. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. Does that sound familiar? In a world where hard work is often celebrated as the only way to achieve success, Stoicism reminds us that working without purpose or direction can simply lead to burnout. Instead, it teaches us to work on the things that matter the most and to use our energy wisely. By cultivating discipline and focusing on what truly moves us forward, we can achieve better outcomes without always putting in more hours or more effort. These ancient philosophies give us a different view on the idea of hard work and success. One that tells us success isn't always about grinding away endlessly in the pursuit of success. These philosophers focus on a more holistic approach, that true wealth and fulfillment can come from intentional actions, aligning with our purpose and focusing on what we can control. So who's right? Is success really the result of relentless hard work, or is it about something more? From ancient traditions and religious teachings to modern times, we've been told two sides of the story. Hard work leads to success, and success doesn't rely solely on labor and hustle. The truth might be somewhere in between. We all know that endless hard work can trap us in a cycle of exhaustion and frustration. In the first few months of being a single mom after my divorce, my endless pursuit for perfection drove me to work harder and harder every day. This endless cycle of hard work led to decline in my health and exactly the opposite of anything resembling financial success and financial freedom. One of the key lessons from history and modern insights is that while hard work is valuable, it often leads to increased stress and burnout. People who work long hours tend to see their productivity drop as they burn out and find it more and more difficult to make good decisions. So I think it's pretty safe to say that it's not about how many hours you work, but what you do within those hours. Strategic, focused work often leads to better results than just grinding away for the sake of working harder. Sure, you might have to continue working that 8-hour workday job just to keep the bills paid, but do you truly need to accept every offer of overtime that comes up? How often are you using your vacation time? What are you doing on your vacations? Are you truly taking a break or using them to catch up on work that needs to be done around the house? That goes for weekends too. What are your weekends used for? Or are your days off used for if it's not the weekend? Are you working around the house? Are you pushing yourself and grinding more and more? Or are you taking time to give yourself a break? Achieving financial freedom is about more than just hustle. It's about working smart, building a solid plan, and aligning your efforts with your long-term vision and purpose. Building wealth and financial freedom is a combination of effort, planning, and aligning your actions with a bigger purpose. By finding balance, you can achieve success without burning yourself out. Ultimately, success comes not from choosing one approach over the other, but from blending hard work with smart, intentional effort. When we embrace a balanced approach, working smarter, aligning opportunities, and focusing on purpose, we open the door to lasting success and financial freedom. And this is at the heart of my coaching philosophy on holistic financial freedom. It's about working in alignment with your values and vision, not simply grinding away without any direction. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.